Optimizing your website for large language models and chat-based search interfaces is crucial in today's AI-driven world. Models like ChatGPT, Copilot, and Google's Gemini have reshaped how consumers find and interact with brands online. There's some crucial things that you need to do in order to make sure your business stands out, so stay tuned as we dive into that in this video. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. If this is your first time watching, or maybe been following us for a while and you haven't yet hit subscribe, please do so now. As I said in the opener, we're going to be looking at ways we can optimize our websites for large language models as well as chat-based search results. These are things like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google Search, and even the things that we're seeing with Copilot and Bing. AI and chat-based search is just going to see more of a proliferation over the next few years, and businesses who take the time now to optimize and get ahead of the curve are the ones that are going to stand out and see success. So we're going to look at 5 essential steps that we can take to enhance our site's visibility and relevance within these models. So the first thing we're going to look at is developing high quality authoritative content. You need to publish rich, original research, something that will show your expertise in your authority within your space. You need to make sure that your content is credible and accurate. Cite the work, cite the research that you're doing, and show that you actually know what you're talking about. EEAT applies even across AI models. This is the things that these models are looking at to see whether or not what you are saying is supposedly true. AI models are trying to get more and more correct. They're doing a little bit better job of that, and they're just going to get better as they get more and more data. You also want to make sure that you're demonstrating expertise. Prioritize content that showcases you know what you're talking about. This is something that you've been doing a while and that you can prove to your audience that you are an expert in the space. The next thing you need to do is optimize for semantic relevance. Semantic search is something we've talked about quite a bit on this channel for a number of years, and it is extremely important. If you haven't started laying that foundation in the past, you need to get started now. So when you're optimizing for semantic search, you need to use clear and contextual language. You need to craft content that directly addresses the user's queries in a conversational tone. You need to make sure that this aligns with how the LLMs are processing information and help them improve the content's relevance. This is adding in those related entities that they understand as being part of what you're talking about. So incorporating relevant entities is extremely important, making sure that it aligns with how the models are interpreting context. It will enhance your content's relevance and improve the visibility within generated responses. Next, we need to leverage structured data and metadata. Structured data is extremely important, and implementing things like Schema Markup on your web pages helps provide better context about your content, and it aids AI in accurate interpretation. But you also need to look at very simple basic SEO practices like using descriptive meta titles and descriptive descriptions to convey your content's purpose and relevance succinctly, making sure that you're getting right to the point. You're making it easy for those models to understand what you're talking about within the right context. Number 4, you need to engage in strategic public relations. You need to build your brand's association with specific topics that can influence AI outputs. This means you need to secure mentions in reputable publications. This will help strengthen your brand's association with these key topics and enhancing its prominence in AI-generated responses. This is really important. Look at the main trends, look at the main papers, look at the main websites within your industry, start to build relationships with those people, find ways that you can work together to do maybe some cross promotion, look for opportunities where you may not be linked to, all of these other things that come into play when you're building out a little bit of an in-depth PR campaign, but do it from the standpoint of adding value to your end users, adding value to the people you're doing work with, and make it conversational. This can really go far in helping get more brand mentions, and brand search is extremely important when it comes to generative AI, LLMs, and really today increasing your visibility and your strength within the Google search results. And number 5, you need to monitor and adapt to these AI outputs. You need to regularly assess how these models represent your brand. Take some time to analyze these responses. Figure out how the different platforms see you, what categories they put you in, how they view your brand, what kind of sentiments that they have with your brand. and look for some feedback. Use these tools to help make your optimization better and smarter. So, by implementing these strategies, your brand can enhance its visibility and relevance within AI driven search and chat platforms, which will allow you to effectively reach and engage your target audience where they are today. Now, we're going to be continuing this topic and diving a little bit more into each one of these areas over the next few videos to give you better insights on how you can practically put this into play. So, in order to make sure that you get those insights that you're looking for and you're able to take your digital marketing to a whole new level in the era of AI, make sure that you're subscribing and you can stay up to date whenever we publish new content. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, happy marketing.